Hi there, this is Rochelle Marshall, President-elect for OC-CAMFT. Thanks so much for being here. We are here this morning to talk about our July workshop. So this is super exciting. We have a presenter who is an expert in emotionally focused therapy, presenting the basics of EFT, finding connection in the dark. And that will be on Saturday, July 14th, 9 to 12 at National University. So without further ado, I want to introduce Dr. DIANNA TROUTT, who's a certified EFT supervisor and therapist here in Orange County. She's had a private practice in Newport Beach for almost 30 years. It's incredible, and has focused specifically on couples using attachment theory and EFT. So we're just so honored and thrilled to have you, and would love to hear more about the workshop, what we can expect. So thanks so much for being here.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm really looking forward to talking about EFT and spreading the word. Yes, in this workshop, what people can expect to find is basically they can learn a little bit about some of the principles of what happens when couples get into stress and how they end up using push-away behaviors with one another that are somewhat predictable. We end up sometimes getting angry or withdrawing, and that turns into a negative cycle. And this pattern can come up, and when couples have that happening, then they don't have their loved one to turn to at times of distress, and instead disconnection ends up taking over more than the feeling of connection that we all want.
Right. So that sounds like pretty much anyone in the field could benefit from attending a training like this, whether a student or an intern or someone with advanced practice, just in gaining and refining specific skills. Do you think that's accurate?
Definitely. I mean, it's said that about 75% of MFTs end up seeing couples, but we all end up also seeing other dyads, and these principles apply when any two people are interacting. What we do in times of distress is we have trouble sending clear signals that bring our loved one close.
Yeah, so that sounds incredibly important for any of us working in this field with families and couples and individuals in relationships, which is all of us.
That's right.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about how EFT has transformed you, both personally and in your practice.
Well, EFT, I feel like, has been the missing piece for me in my practice. I really didn't have a specialty. I was one of those therapists that practiced pretty eclectically. And since I learned about EFT and began to specialize in it, my practice has really exploded. I would say that my income has over doubled. I've been able to get off all insurance panels and remain consistently full. So that's how it's really helped me professionally. And personally, I had the same demand withdrawal pattern in my own relationship and never could figure out why me getting upset with my husband didn't communicate to him that I was hurting. And I just couldn't figure that out. That seemed so obvious to me. And now we can communicate with one another in ways in which we actually can just, kind of find each other at our moments of need. So I just love that too, what it's done in my own relationship.
That's so powerful, and I really appreciate you sharing that personal experience. I think that touches all of us as therapists, how this work can impact us individually, and then also through your business. It sounds like that's been really transformative.
It's just been beneficial in every way I can think of. Plus, EFT is this amazing supportive community. People that are in this community, we're really here to care for each other, and private practice can be particularly isolating. So I love that about EFT as well. I've made some of the best friends as therapists doing EFT.
Wow, that's amazing. And you can I can feel your energy and excitement about it. I think that's certainly going to come through in the workshop, and I'm really looking forward to spending a few hours delving and diving deeper with your expertise. Are there any recommendations you'd have for us before we attend July 14th?
If people would like to get more information, they certainly can by going to Dr. Sue Johnson's website. She has videos, a blog, and there's research that shows that EFT is effective with about 75% of distressed couples, so that's pretty amazing. But people can certainly just show up that day, even if they don't have a chance to look into it. I think this workshop will be a great introduction for most people. And even if you are knowing about the model a little bit already, come. It'll be a great way to even get some practice and see some videos of people doing EFT.
Sounds like an amazing opportunity to practice, refine, be with colleagues. So thrilled to spend a Saturday morning with you and hopeful that a lot of you will join us. So thank you again so much, Dr. Troutt. We really appreciate you doing this and are excited to see you on the 14th.
Thank you so much.